watching movie, joking with the young and goofy, scrolling through his phone and seen a Cuban link that's worn by Gucci. Fascinated by gangster shit and trying to get rich or fake it like you got it. So everyone double tap his pick, deposit and fake reality for salary, non-negotiable, overdosing on sociable, quotable. So the locals know that his chain is a movie, that his bitches is bougie, that his activists leaning, that he really unruly. 27 with pocket money and 4 rogue rats, ain't punching clocks but punctuation on where the plug at. Dry snitching and fishing for likes with frequent visits, posting pictures with burners for stripes and recognition, flexing with 4 bands. He smiled for the cameraman, then Instagram his location, his followers tapping in. 3 enemies waiting, 1 bullet, 1 mask. Got his fucking brains blown out over 2 hashtags, you know.
May not always be around, but I don't need you so bad. I need you bad. May not always get in line, but I don't need you so bad. I need you bad.
It's the mob, not the wop. I told y'all we was gonna come back tonight and finish this. Ceddy Nash, come on down. Let's talk. Oh man. Hit that like button on the way in. I hope everybody doing good tonight. Oh man. Let's go. It's the mob, not wow.
I wanna see you fall through, quick fast without having to call you. Quick fast, I know just what they all do. But you can do it better than it's all cool. Never see want you to want me. The love want me. Want you to want me. The love want me. Hey, want me. Hey, want me. Hey,
Yep.
I wanna see you fall through, quick fast without having to call you. Quick fast, I know just what they all do. But you can do it better, hey, that's all cool. Never seen a stop sign or a stoplight. I wanna see what living on the top like. You wanna see what living on the top like.
Yeah, we're gonna go and get back to it. I told y'all we was gonna finish this and close out this series with this sucker. I wasn't bullshit. As we seen earlier, these motherfuckers running promo, just as we suspected. Well, we wasn't sure, but as we worked our way through it, it revealed that motherfuckers was doing promo, but in the same breath of motherfuckers doing a promo, they also revealing they goofy. And yeah, it's a goofy can't turn his goofy down. You know what I mean? That's just one thing you'll learn as you move through life, and just seeing and watching the shit. You'll see a Gucci will never be able to turn his life down.
Me, I need her, downtown, me first, me first, me first. She needs me, I need her.
I wanna pick your brain too. I wanna get the brain too. Tell the truth, I might even stand in the rain too. Just to make you rain too. So your last one to recognize your worth. All good, I let him go first. All good, I let you go first. I come right after, then sec you round the curve. Your name can only pertain to the flame I got in my vein. I never complain when your name is mentioned. I can't go back or restrain. It's the flame I got in my vein. I never complain. I just want you to want me just like I want you. Just like I want you. Just like I want you. Just like I want you.
She needs me, I need her, downtown, me first, me first, me first. She needs me, I need her.
And we back, y'all. We back. And as you can see on the screen, the subject for tonight is 1090 Jake exposes Ceddy Nash for coming at Young Thug. And if y'all know better, everybody if you're not new here, you know better. You see through this foolishness. But with that being said, I don't want to be here too long. This shouldn't take us too long, man. This video 24 minutes. I'd like to be out of here in 40. Tops. Let's go.
Young Thug didn't snitch, and I can explain it in 3 minutes. So everyone thinks Thug's interrogation just dropped.
Wait a minute. We could knock it down a lot sooner than that. Let's speed it up to 1.5. And that'll take... do it about 3. That'll take roughly 8 minutes off of that motherfucker. Let's go.
Actually came out in 2023 and nobody had the same energy. YouTuber Ceddy Nash would pay $500 for the original video to be taken off of YouTube so he could strategically re-release it in what is a smear campaign against Young Thug.
He paid me. He said, just take down the video because I want to re-release it on my channel. I'm about to do something.
My boy Trap Lord Ross confirmed to me that Ceddy Nash put him onto the video, and Trap heard Ceddy wanted the video to come out, but he didn't want to be the man responsible for it. So he gave it to Ross, and Ross's reaction was big enough to have No Jumper, Academics, and Say Cheese firing off posts at Young Thug. And then the notorious Whack 100 would step in and admit that this was a team effort to target Thug.
I was so act me, you, we going live. I'm gonna bring my team.
Man, all these motherfuckers. Pull it back for a second. I'm gonna let them finish this little 3 minutes so Ceddy can get to his bullshit lies. But all these motherfuckers. Wait, hold on a second, y'all. Let me get this guy doggone gate off my shit. It's clipping my words. Yeah. Just look at these motherfuckers. All these motherfuckers look like dirty cops. Just dirty. They like dirty cops, undercover cops, lame ass, crooked ass, dirty ass cops. Ceddy, 1090, Whack 100, fucking Flacco and Academics, you in this too. But Flacco, you for sure. You ain't you not involved in this one, but you a police at you a undercover dirty crooked cop looking motherfucker too. But I just want to say that, and let's get back to it. We're gonna do this one now, and we might go and look at that and see what Academics got to say about it, cause see what role he plays in this whole promotional campaign.
I brought Flacco on. Ceddy Nash just came in as an exposure just right now for us doing this play we running, and Ceddy released them clips.
But audio from a year ago, you can hear Whack 100 defending Thug and everything he said in the interrogation.
Never gave him information. Not supposed to say nothing. Like,
They asked him, yo, you heard about what happened in
Roscoe, did he do it? And Roscoe said, hell no. He said the media said everybody was saying it was Roscoe, and Roscoe did it for me.
But let's break down the actual allegations. In May of 2015, Pee Wee Roscoe got arrested for shooting up Wayne's tour bus, as reported by TMZ. And 2 months later, Thug got arrested, as reported by TMZ. Now, after Thug got arrested, he went to court. They pulled him in for an interview with the police, and they went to asking him about Pee Wee Roscoe. Now, Thug said he heard Roscoe did it. But keep in mind, TMZ, the news, and every fucking blogger all said Roscoe did it. So Thug wasn't saying he heard it from the streets. He's saying they're saying on the news Roscoe did it. And that's exactly what Whack 100 said a year ago.
What the fuck? As we said earlier, as I pointed out earlier, if the police is the one saying that, I don't think you need to clarify to them that they are the ones that you know what I mean? Or that you need to tell them that you heard that they did it. Or excuse me, if you're going to say that I heard Pee Wee Roscoe did it, and that's supposed to be the person that they are have charged or some shit, you shouldn't have to say that because both of y'all know that. So there was no need for you to say that. And if you was gonna say if you was gonna say anything, you should have said, y'all said that. I just want to say that, cause that shit keep going over everybody's head. That, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he said this, he said that. No, yeah.
Now, Thug also told investigators that Roscoe was selling to Wayne to establish a friendship between the two because Roscoe was accused of firing.
It wasn't no murder investigation. That was a gang investigation. Gang activity investigation. Let me clarify. So, drug dealing, shit like that. That task force actually does care about that type of shit.
Up Wayne's tour bus. And lastly, Thug would say he makes promises and ask the female detective to take his number. Now, Thug would later do an interview and say he was flirting with the female detective. And a year ago, when academics covered the situation, even Ack pointed out the female was flirting with him.
You got the female cop acting like she flirted with him. Hey, how you sing that part? Oh, that's my thing. Acting like she's a...
So no, Thug didn't snitch. The interrogation, along with the jail calls, was a strategic move to turn the internet and the industry against him. Should he have said everything he said? No, and that's why he apologized for it. And if y'all don't accept his apology, whoop-de-doo.
Who the fuck are you to be? That's how you know it be. That's when you know it's a promo package. But let's get to this police ass junkyard dog looking ass nigga, man. Man, he built funny as hell.
Oh, man. So amazing. Hashim, we come here today to declare what? See, it's funny because Yom Kippur is coming up, and I'm supposed to atone.
I'm sorry, y'all. This man ain't got no muscle mass. It's so much shit. Let's go.
For a lot. And, all right, cool. Let's do it. All right, Ceddy Nash, 1090J just exposed you. Nah, not really. Good. Yeah, y'all. Good video. Good video. Good video. Good video. Give it a good 8 out of 10, which is very high for me. Very high for me. There's just certain standards that has to be met. First off, I ain't doing no business with no damn Charleston White, bro. Like, that's number one. Hell to the no.
The team hit me, and I'm like, all I know is I got paid to take my video down.
Might have got duped, y'all.
They see a Ceddy Nash, and got the Ceddy Nash start going off on him. And that's why Ceddy Nash started with that burn it down bullshit.
Man, this shit seemed, these motherfuckers, they holding hands, man. Ceddy Nash and 1090 they holding hands. That I thought so earlier, but it's absolute. This shit is all motherfucking marketing and branding and shit. The video we reacted to earlier, we're a minute and a half in, so I guess maybe it's too quick to assume that. But so far, these cheap bad actors are doing a terrible job of convincing me that this is an authentic quarrel.
His page, like he lashing out at Thug Team, because I guess they kind of hollering at him behind the scenes. You know, I didn't want to out him, but y'all outed me. Y'all paid me to take it down, put it out with my logo, and now he's a rat. Like, and I did some digging, and I found out that Angel the publicist, that's Ceddy Nash's publicist, that's Woody's publicist, that's Charleston White's publicist. So they all been going hard. Like Charleston White did the Say Cheese interview. Woody, he started a podcast. Ceddy Nash going hard. Like, this is an organized campaign from right over there.
It been an organized campaign, like I've been telling y'all. This ain't no one man. This ain't no new thing where they just not getting to a point to where now they. Oh, this was a collaborative effort. No, all this shit been collaborative efforts. Every time you see the 4 video from 4 different platforms, and then it's all that shit is a campaign. People is starting to call it out, specifically the people who have taken the task pointing out the inadequacies in Ceddy Nash and 1090 Jake's persona as it relates to the image they like to uphold on this here internet. Let's go.
Ceddy Nash started the payment. He sent the payment, but that's where it's coming from. I don't know how the jail calls are happening, and I haven't tied it back to Gunna, but it's crazy how they started this shit. It's literally coming down to bullying. They feel like Thug been bullying. That's what's going on with.
Now, Angel the publicist does in fact follow and is followed by Ceddy Nash. And in her bio, it would state she's management for Woody, who's posted all over her page. In an older post, she'd even wish a happy birthday to her best friend, mentor, and #1 client, none other than Charleston White. So the blogger's theory of a smear campaign seems to be aligning as Charleston is locked in with Sean Carton, the owner of Say Cheese, and Ceddy is locked in with No Jumper. So it wouldn't be hard for Ceddy and his alleged team to clip up Doug's interview, fire it off to all the blogs, who then repost the same shit on the same day as everyone starts firing at Young Thug simultaneously.
Hell to the no. At max, me and Charlie White could do a 20v1. But for me to follow the lead from Charleston White, nigga, nah. I won't be doing no business with Charleston White. I would have to be paid a ridiculous amount of money. So nah.
My thing is, so at the on the base level of why you full of shit and fraud, lying about that, why wouldn't you do no content? Why wouldn't you do anything with Charleston White if you do something with Woody? Now to Woody's credit, Woody doesn't shit on our culture and our he don't do what Charleston White do. He has some flaws in his character, you know what I mean? But it is different. I'm not here to say that it's not. But if you'll do content, if you'll do work with Adam 22, why the fuck wouldn't you work with a Charleston White? If you'll do anything with a Whack 100, why wouldn't you do something with Charleston White? If you do anything in any capacity with a Poetic Flacco, why wouldn't you do anything with fucking Charleston White? It's the fallacies, y'all. It's the fallacies that I be trying to teach y'all about. How they use the rhetoric. They play on your biases, on your preconceived. They know they can throw that little bullshit out there into your mind. It's going to immediately register. If you don't throw up no blocks, it immediately register. Yeah. Why would he do some kind of, why wouldn't you? You fuck with Poetic Flacco. Anybody that do anything with Poetic Flacco ain't got no problems doing nothing with Charleston White. Simplicity. But let's let this big, fat, goofy motherfucker finish this shit, you big, flabby motherfucker, no muscle mass having. But got to about what you gonna do to somebody. Look at this shit right here, man. You see this shit? Yeah, let's go.
Ain't nobody gonna pay the money that I'm gonna want because it's gonna be people I'm gonna have to give money to because they gonna basically turn on me. I'm gonna have to be like, hey, bro, listen, bam, there y'all go. You know what I'm saying? So hell no, I ain't doing no damn anything. And Angel ain't my publicist, so there's that part. And I wouldn't put Lil Woody in no situation like this. Do y'all think if Lil Woody knew any of this that he wouldn't have egged it on? Y'all think he like? I know.
That's more fallacy. What do we think? What back up? Do we think what Ceddy?
Woody knew any of this that he wouldn't have egged it on?
Yeah, that's a logical fallacy, motherfucker. If he knew this, you don't think he would have been egging it on? Huh? What the fuck? Don't even make no goddamn sense. I mean, it make half a piece of sense if you use string theory to correlate it with some other, like I say, preconceived belief that you're already biases that you already got in your mind. That's the shit this motherfucker saying ain't making a goddamn lick of sense. Speedboat, what it do?
Y'all think he like? I know, you know, Thug said Woody take medicine, but nigga, y'all don't think that. First off, why would not? Man, listen. Logically, you just have to set it up better. So Woody knew nothing of this any damn ways. When it came out, he was just as shocked as y'all. You know, I give certain people plausible deniability. And some of y'all gonna say, that's cap, that's cap, that's cap. All right, if Drake would have took a little deeper dive, he would have seen that Ceddy Nash, Yak Gotti, and Tasha put this all together. That was the first conspiracy. So the little bum-ass dude that stayed in the car that hit up 1090 Jake and said all that and everything like that, if you want,
Hold on, so now you know exactly. You pointing the finger, you know, right? No, it was such and such and such and such and such and such. Look at him. Like, look at him right now. Tell me this motherfucker don't look like why you couldn't eat the sandwich cold.
Can expose the inbox messages. I never said any of that. I did say, take it down. So that part is very true. But Nash, bruh, you telling me you set this all up? I sure in the hell did. From the interrogation tapes, resurfacing, to the goddamn audio, all of this stuff, which is all publicly available. There is no statute of limitations on how I can do it. That I concoct it all, you goddamn right. Sorry.
Sorry?
What did do? Now, there's people probably, F you, Ceddy Nash, you a punk, all this stuff and all that. And I kept on saying to you guys, how are you upset that I'm fighting back? It's not as though I started this. Let me help y'all out.
Dog, fighting back Wait, let's let him finish. Let's let him say how.
I didn't start this. This is the cause and effect part. I ain't start this. And I gave Young Thug and his people fair warning. I gave them niggas 24 hours.
I thought he was finna explain how he didn't insert himself into that shit when he initially did the shit that he was doing. So they started this shit with you, but don't nobody, these niggas have no inkling of your existence. Nobody gives, like I said earlier, nobody gives a lovely fuck about you from them people until you sit up there and made it your business to make them your business. But now you talking about you was attacked. You sound like, is that something you learned from the motherfuckers you be from your team? That victim shit? This shit is look at you, you fuck. You didn't get your iron levels up, bro.
To prepare themselves for the coldest winter in summer history. What you talking about, Nash? So let's give you all the timeline. And yeah, Trap Lord Ross, you my guy. Yeah, I did do that to you, bro. And you were a willing participant, so don't act like your ass just decided to say what he said.
What this really is, these motherfuckers is gloating. It went the way he wanted it to go. Y'all remember last year, maybe 2 years ago, man, Flocka was on No Jump Out. I want to say this was before, wasn't no FMW at this time. But Flocka was on there talking about, or maybe this was right after it, but Flocka was on there. This was before the Kendrick beef and all that shit. But motherfucker was on there talking about how if a crew of content creators wanted to, they could get together and take down a Drake if they wanted to. And he was hyped about that shit. And they made him they bombarded him, and he ain't really they made him look like a fool and shit in that discussion. But fast forward, and this is motherfuckers, this, like I say, the shit earlier and this right here, this is all reindeer games, if you will, that they playing. These motherfuckers, they have successfully seemingly on the independent level. And now remember, like I said, Ceddy Nash likes to take credit for this, but I'm not also certain that he is really behind it all. He may be running point on it. He may have been tasked with the assignment, but I'm not knowing how Wack has already exposed us, how this handler shit working. Not just him exposing it, I mean, but that just the implication for them motherfuckers. But we already know about how that's handlers and shit like that. We already know how that goes. So like I said, I'm not all the way certain that the state of Georgia or maybe even the United States of America wasn't behind this smear campaign. For a second, I halfway thought, shit, I ain't even gonna say that. It was a half a thought. But I was like, man, maybe they not even gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna keep that one.
And all this stuff and everything. So yeah. So let's destroy one rumor real quick before we even get to the hard part of this video. Let's go. So here you can see the 27th of August from episodes. Young Thug's sister, Dora, shared a DM in a deleted IG story alleging Ceddy Nash paid $500 to suppress Thug's interrogation video so he could repost it as new while also dissing him and Yak Gotti. So you can see right here. Right here. Okay. And it says, just by the way, I did some digging. And Ceddy Nash paid the original person who posted it $500 to take it down. And as you can see, that's that and that and that, right? It says today, right? So he can pretend it's new. Hand over face emoji. Yak, Tosh, and Ceddy, go play in the dirt, twin. Yeah, so no. And let's give a little further proof real quick because that whole entire thing was done by me, and me only. Look, let's do a timeline of certain shit, right? So the person who did this shit hit me up in November 1st, 2023. See, he had the whole entire stuff. I told y'all, I don't go and get no paperwork. I just buy the shit. I told y'all this before. So you can see November 21st, 2023. I never seen this. What's the ticket? How about 100 in a mention? So when buddies say all this crap about, oh man, they put my logo up and all this crap and everything, nigga, you did this. So you're lying. He's doing that to save his ass because he's secretly trying to get on with Young Thug. How would you know that, though, Ceddy Nash? Well, let's go back exactly to what the hell I exactly said once upon a time.
Hey, hold the fuck on, man. All that goddamn conversation y'all having. Hell the fuck no. Do I have to go all the way back and see if we can forensically slow-mo this shit, read that goddamn conversation? Ain't no way this man just flashed through 100, a good 50 messages, at least 50 messages. What the fuck you hopping around for? Y'all got a working relationship. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Hold up. Hold the fuck off. Hold the front door.
Blew up and all this crap and everything. Nigga, you did this. So you're lying. He's doing that to save his ass because he's secretly trying to get on with Young Thug. How would you know that, though, Ceddy Nash?
Hold on. Maybe it might not work, y'all. Let's just see.
Whoa.
It'll work. Hold on. We gonna figure it out, y'all. Let's see. Let's see what's really going on. Let me see. I tried to receive any request. All right.
Let's.
Okay, since I sent it there, what do you want me to place as a shout out? What you mean? You want me to put follow somewhere or just a community?
So.
Y'all see that, right? He new to this. I can't, because I'll fuck around and lose the whole thing. And actually, I won't. It'll be right there.
Ceddy Nash. Whoa. Let's.
All right. And what do you want me to place as a shout out? My boy say, what do you mean? He knew. You want me to put a follow somewhere or just a community? Or just community or a story post? My boy said, follow my IG. Follow my IG. Now we gonna after this, we finish going through these messages, we're gonna pop back out and go back and see where Ceddy Nash wanted us to go with this conversation. But if he finna say anything like, oh, the man asked you to put his name and tag him in it and all that shit, we're gonna see. Or maybe he gonna vindicate himself, but we gonna go through these just to make sure. But so far, all he said, man, just follow my IG is cool. Oh. I stand corrected, y'all. I guess he did ask for that. He did ask for that.
Right.
I don't know what that means, cause which one is the first part? First, I had it wrong on my ish. Oh, okay. Ever tried to get FBI interrogations? Hold the front door. What we got here?
Hey.
Hell nah. The fuck you got going on? Trying to go platinum off one of these people. We never saw 6ix9ine Treyway interrogations. Oh shit. He ain't want nothing to do with that though, for whatever reason. I hope Glanville doesn't cut the stream. This was when the mother. We'll come back.
Please.
I got so much on Mondo, it's sad. What? This is girl filing charges against him for strangling. Almost got to the raid from the U.S. Marshals, but the DOJ said he has to sign off on it.
Oh, what?
Maybe Ceddy ain't had nothing in this one. But we gonna find out, because that was a lot of scrolling for a motherfucker to seem like y'all don't really know each other. That really screensaver and keep it alive. Wait, the screensaver wouldn't keep it alive. Alright. Follow my IG is cool. Fuck you guys. The work is out.
Please. So what the hell?
Ain't they coming for over an hour? He had his kids with him. They was playing in the water. Saved Lotto, not a trophy. His baby mama and girlfriend started fighting. It's though bestie.
A lot.
Hold on. Henley? Wait a minute. Eugene Henley?
Exactly.
Yeah, whoever homeboy, hip hop, you in it too. You ain't. Nah, these your folks, these your boys. Somebody knew that voice. I give it 2 weeks. Yeah, y'all homeboys. Yeah, emotional. I don't believe you. Okay, so this is his Atlanta source. Gotcha. There you go. Just trying to go against the family. There you go. Why you delete what you put up in your story about the access to the report? Just trying to go against the family at the examiner office trying to lie on me.
What?
It was a post of the records I called. Who that guy was that ran and came back. I'm looking into him now. These motherfucker behind the scene doing real private investigative shit. Your V is fine.
Onto
Yo, I just put 2 and 2 together about Quando Rondo not donating to Big U charity. You was on Breakfast Club. That's before Pop. Huh. Okay. That's your OG, right, Ceddy? You down? Now you talking. Now you talking. Now you talk. Now y'all talking motherfucking 60 politics with okay. All right, I'm trying to make the Vietnam. Okay, strange how Dirk and Big U got Ricos back to back. They would show way more. I'm finna tie it together so crazy. Yo, do y'all see this? Hold the fuck, Big 60. And you know about this shit. Hold on. Strange how Dirk and Big U got Ricos back to back. They will show way more. I'm finna tie it together so crazy. That's what you doing? That's what y'all doing over there? That's really what y'all doing? This what you was trying to scroll past? Okay. Okay, I got a couple plays to run, but we'll get together. Yeah.
yeah. So right.
Yo, I don't know if y'all seen it. Don't worry. I'm gonna take this video and I'm gonna take that little snippet and we are gonna bust that down. But I can't do it because I'm not recording this motherfucker live. I'm only streaming it. So I have to download it and re-pull it. Oh man. Big 60. Big 60s, huh? You know them folks out there putting bullshit on their man, tying bullshit together, and this what y'all back there doing behind the scenes. This what y'all doing.
Here, let's get into it. Let's really get into it.
Okay.
Never told this dude no damn, what's the name? I say once again how much you want for that tape. August 12th. This was on the 12th. Which tape? Boom. I sent him this. I told him I need to take it private. You know what I'm saying? What you want? Now, no, I'm not just arguing down, but dude is homeless. Like, he down bad. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. And then boom. What was the reason Ceddy Nash don't repost it? He wouldn't have known. I literally say, I need you to take it private so they don't read my channel.
Hold on. So you up here conspiring with homeless motherfuckers to make YouTube, or to be a part of the YouTube campaign to get Big U taken down? Yeah. Was you of it? I'm not seeing. I don't even want to fucking start that shit up. But give it a little time. We gonna put a pin in there too. And after this case is resolved, we're going to have some more questions. I'm going to have some more questions.
Reuse content. That makes sense. What's the offer? What you want? Only 5. Then boom. So when y'all see this crap right here, yeah, none of that crap. So that right there is the disloyal weirdo who try to do everything.
Yo, the disloyal weirdo, huh? Wow. I ain't know. At first, like I said, he was right about that part. He right about dude did want some attention for the shit. He just was settling it because he knew he was worth some money. But yo, check this out. We're gonna come back to that.
Now I can further expose him, but we ain't finna do all that. But Buddy mad because he tried to double cross me by trying to run with Young Thug team, and it's perfectly fine. Just stay over there. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, why you didn't get ahead? Why you ain't get in front of the big? Why you ain't say, man, don't do that to Big U? I'm from 60. You can't do that. Do that for me. That's wild. That's a wild one to see right there. You sitting up here watching. We're looking at this, man. You sitting up here having a conversation with a motherfucker who make videos, do content, talking about, yeah, I'm finna make a video to tie the Young Thug, to tie the Dirk and the Big U case together. Yo, this is sick. That's sick shit from the motherfucker that made the Crip anthem.
Yeah, exactly. you got a P.O. box. Nah, the real stuff came out on August 16th. So there's that. But don't worry, we'll get more to it. Pee Wee Rocco. You had an article.
That motherfucker got a sniffer on him too, man. We gonna get back to it. I just want to say that man got a sniffer on him.
Article by TMZ that said you was snitching on Birdman. You asked where the paperwork was at, right? Right. TMZ. Where the paperwork at? You told on Young Thug and Birdman. You dirty, dirty snitch. Check it out. Now, this is what I want to understand, right? And this right here, this paper is from Pee Wee Roscoe, July 9th, 2025. In Jake's video, this lines up directly with all of this crap right here. Why does this matter? Why was Young Thug taken into that interrogation room in the first place?
Ad hominem.
Well, because Pee Wee Roscoe snitched on Young Thug. Wait, what? Hey, Pee Wee Roscoe, you gonna have to show your paperwork, bro. It's either Young Thug snitched on you or you...
Nigga, no the fuck. You gotta show your paper. How hell the fuck no? All right, no. Everybody show their paperwork. Everybody show their fucking paperwork. You show the paperwork on your motherfucking brother's case where you told on him. And yeah, Roscoe, you bring your motherfucking paperwork too. But you ain't got to bring shit to this big, fat, smelly motherfucker until he proved to us that... Man, clear your name on with clear your name with that motherfucker. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Case against charge against your brother.
You snitched on him. Oh, but y'all, okay, all right, don't worry about it. Motion to dismiss due to selective prosecution comes now. Jimmy Winfrey, the defendant, by and through undersigned counsel, and respectfully request this honorable court to dismiss the indictment in this case based on selective prosecution. Which means, why y'all taking me and y'all not getting anybody else? I was like, hey, bro, Lil Johnny, come from behind that tree, bro. Hey, Joe, come from behind that car. We caught. I know y'all like, nah, Nash. No, Ceddy Nash, not possible. In support of this motion, the defendant respectfully shows as follows. Proposed findings of fact. Defendant Winfrey turned himself into authorities on 6/1/15 in Cobb County, Georgia, for an incident that took place on 4/26/15. Defendant was indicted for a violation of RICO, which was returned 6/25/15. However, throughout the racketeering indictment, the state alleges that Jimmy Winfrey, Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, and Brian Williams, aka Birdman, were involved in the shooting of the tour buses that belonged to Dwayne Carter, aka Lil Wayne. Really? How did they figure that part out? The events leading up to the shooting as...
Okay, man. I'm not... That's cool. I Your boy Woody said he was in the punks and shit, so and he was co-signing Thugger after Thugger told, so presenting information to expose that he's telling as well is like, I get it. Yeah, you should definitely point that out. But that ain't what this is about. This ain't about that. Okay.
As stated in the background section of the racketeering indictment as follows. Brian Williams, Dwayne Carter, Jeffrey Williams, and defendant Winfrey are purportedly blood members. Maybe I thought you was great. But anyways, Brian Williams and Dwayne Carter had a financial dispute over monies owed to Dwayne Carter. Jeffrey Williams supported Brian Williams in a dispute, and this caused problems between Jeffrey Williams and Dwayne Carter. Jeffrey Williams made a rap video 5 days prior to the shooting on 4/26/2015, in which he purportedly threatened Dwayne Carter and made gang references. Defendant Winfrey and other gang members went to Compound nightclub in Atlanta on 4/26/2015, where Dwayne Carter was performing. Defendant Winfrey's car was seen following Dwayne Carter's tour bus. Defendant Winfrey was on the phone with Jeffrey Williams during this time. How did they find that out? I'm curious. What phone did you give him, Mr. Winfrey? Defendant Winfrey's car was next to the buses at the time of the shooting, and Defendant Winfrey called Brian Williams after the shooting. Essentially, the government asserts that Defendant Winfrey carried out Jeffrey Williams' threat against Dwayne Carter by shooting at the buses. The indictment implies that Jeffrey Williams, Brian Williams, and Defendant Winfrey were accomplices in this criminal activity. Furthermore, the indictment alleges that both Brian and Jeffrey Williams were involved in the racketeering activity of Defendant Winfrey, which culminated in the alleged shooting, in spite of the state's own allegations. So the state said neither Jeffrey Williams nor Brian Williams have been charged or arrested as co-conspirators to this racketeering activity. So if they didn't do that, how did they figure that part out? Argument and citation to authority. The state is clearly culpable of selectively prosecuting Mr. Winfrey while wholly neglecting Jeffrey and Brian Williams' role in the offense charge. Under Georgia law, selective prosecution occurs when one, others similarly situated to a defendant uniformly have not been prosecuted, and two, the discriminatory prosecution of the defendant is based upon an impermissible motive such as race, religion, or some other arbitrary or unjustified standard. State versus AN, Georgia, we ain't finna read all that. The party seeking to prove selective prosecution bears the burden of proving the misconduct by the weight of the evidence, which means what party is seeking to add them? It's clearly not the prosecution because Jeffrey Williams and Brian Williams ain't in this. So how did they get there? Jimmy Winfrey. Jimmy Winfrey basically has his lawyer get this going. The party is seeking to prove selective prosecution, meaning we gonna prove that Young Thug and Birdman are involved in this. Interesting. So the existence of an arbitrary or unjustifiable standard may be inferred by showing that similar offenses have gone uninvestigated or unprosecuted, that the district attorney knew or should have known such offenses, and that the failure to act without reasonable and responsible explanation. In this case, or the case at bar, the Messrs. Williams are similarly situated to Mr. Winfrey, but have not been prosecuted. Thus, the first prong selective prosecution has been met. Additionally, the state's inaction as to both Messrs. Williams demonstrative that its prosecution of Mr. Winfrey's is impermissibly based upon an arbitrary standard. First, Brian Williams' financial dispute with Dwayne Carter is what ultimately led to the shooting. As such, Brian Williams should be held as liable as a party to the crime because the motive is I told them to kill or try to get Lil Wayne because of a money dispute. Finding that out because the defendant, as a willing participant in the gunfight which caused the victim's death, well, we're gonna go right back. So what they're saying is C. Smith versus State, finding that because the defendant, as a willing participant in the gunfight which caused the victim's death, was thereby liable for felony murder as a party to the crime, even if he did not fire the shot that killed the victim. Further, Brian Williams made threats to shoot Dwayne Carter on his Instagram account 5 days prior to the shooting. So it wasn't Young Thug who did that. It was who? Birdman. Likewise, Jeffrey Williams had issues with Dwayne Carter. Jeffrey Williams made threats to shoot Dwayne Carter on a music video prior to the shooting. Brian Williams and Jeffrey Williams' actions, as alleged by the state, make them parties to the crime. In an instant case, the state has nevertheless failed to charge Brian Williams and Jeffrey Williams in this action is without any reasonable explanation. In fact, the government's response, if any, in validating its actions and not prosecuting these two men would defy credulity. Under these circumstances, the existence of an arbitrary or unjustifiable action can be inferred on the part of the state. Thus, Mr. Winfrey has met his burden of proving the state has engaged in selective prosecution, and thus the indictment against him should be dismissed. Wherefore, the defendant asks this honorable court to dismiss the indictment against him based on selective prosecution. Respectfully submitted the 8th day of July 2015. Aurora, that's my guy Manny Aurora, and Lawrence J. Zimmerman. Just wondering, you snitch ass snitchy? Yeah, you a snitch, Pee Wee Roscoe.
Bro, don't you be out here calling nobody no snitch and you sit up there and told on your brother, your blood brother. Don't you ever get up here and do that, bro. Stop.
There was a little bit of game that Trap Lord Ross blessed 1090 Jake with, and he overlooked it. Young Thug, we can't call you a snitch, but we can infer you one. I didn't call Young Thug a snitch the same way I didn't call Lil Woody a snitch, because y'all niggas get in there and y'all try to spin the damn police in them interrogation rooms. I want to say it in a different way. Like, y'all try to spin the pigs, but I'm not doing all that. Y'all try to spin the cops. But the difference with Woody, the difference with you, is a couple of things. The first one is this. Young Thug, had Pee Wee Roscoe went to trial, do you think that interrogation video would have been used? All right. See, the problem with Lil Woody did was, Lil Woody ass went in there, talked too damn much, made up people, and got his ass arrested. But he did Fed time. He did prison time. Young Thug, you did none of that. Y'all indictment did not start off in the RICO indictment started for Young Thug and all these cats because of no goddamn Lil Woody, and you know that. You know that. If we were ever to put the truth out, we'd have to wait. We know we'd have to wait because dual sovereignty exists. Or they can do a whole entire another re-indictment. That's why certain stories in Atlanta knows I know this, because I walk around Atlanta pretty good, because the real cats, they love Ceddy Nash. Y'all notice the...
Boy, you sound... Shut your big flabby police looking ass up, your big Care Bear looking ass. You ain't... The what? Where? I get, is that must be like your LA's your city type of truth.
The real people in Atlanta, they not disrespecting Ceddy Nash. Behind the scenes, they like, we glad you did that shit, bro. We don't even fuck with you.
them ain't real niggas then, bro. Them niggas like you. And the fact that you acknowledging them or referring them as anything other than that. If you feel some type of way about a man, so much that you're gonna tell another man instead of the man that you feel that way about, come on now.
Young Thug, he ain't put nobody on from over here. He ain't did this, he ain't did that. By the way, in case y'all wanted to know, those people will not be getting blasted out today because, once again, if you tell it to me in private, I will make it public. We can infer Young Thug as a snitch based off of what exactly? That he made up a whole bunch of shit and went in there and said stuff and was trying to figure stuff out. But he wouldn't even been in that position had it not been for Pee Wee Roscoe. Pee Wee Roscoe, if we want to tell the truth, telling the truth, you a damn snitch. And Young Thug should be kicking you out of that goddamn apartment that you in Miami. Or is it the other one in that little Circle Cove?
Now, I will say this. There is great truth to what was just said. Thug don't get picked up to have no conversations about no Roscoe, seemingly. Unless the nature of it is this. You done got picked up and they charge you and you say that they should be charged, but there's still there's a margin that you have to leave some room for error, because there's a few possibilities to where that still could be different than that. But it's looking iffy. Definitely looks strange. Don't get. I'm not here to save nobody. It definitely has an interesting appearance to it.
I know where it's at. By the way, you know that NBA player that lets you stay in his shit. That's in that one spot up the road. I know where you should lay your head at, right?
Bro, you don't know all this type of shit unless you dealing with the police. Like, he gonna sit up here and play in motherfuckers' face like niggas don't know. Bro, you sound like the police. You look like the police. You sound like the police. You just ran a whole play like the police. Everything about you is police-ish. Police adjacent. You a turncoat, man. And I think I wanna it's a Byron. I know Byron had touched on this shit. I want to go play his video, but what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna end it right here. Cause like I said, I didn't want to be here too long. We made it to 50 minutes, and so this is a good time. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Hit that like button on the way out. If you ain't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do. And on that note, we gone.
Mop whack, what's happening with you? Mop whack.